What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of R&R. As always, I'm Logan.
And I'm Ethan. And today we're going to be going over a rifle you can't really get anymore. Had a very short lifespan from 2007 to 2017 here in the United States. This is the SIG 556. It's the derivative that we got here in the States from the SIG 550 that was adopted by the Swiss military back in 1990. It's still used in some limited uses today, so it's got a very long life. As far as the operating system, it's the AK. The M4 kind of steals the magazine when they brought it here to the United States. The SIG 550 that you can get overseas, or that is available over in Switzerland, it takes a proprietary magazine. It's kind of a good thing that I think that SIG knew, like, hey, if we're going to bring this rifle to the United States, we need to make it to where people can get the magazines, or already have the magazines. But this is one of those rifles, I'm not really sure why it didn't take off as much as it did. We've got two different variants. This one's a Gen 1 SIG 556 pistol. It's got a 10.5-inch barrel. It's got a chrome line 10.5-inch barrel. It's a very robust gun. It's a good gun. We've used it for a lot of years. The trigger on these firearms is decent. It's better than a standard AK trigger. It's not as good as a
mil-spec AR trigger.
Yeah, I'd say it's better than a mil-spec AR trigger even. So this one up top, like I said, is a SIG 556 pistol. We've got this one outfitted with a SB Tactical. I think this is the MCX brace. We got a Surefire 556 SOCOM on it. The iron sights on it, this didn't come with like very good iron sights, backup iron sights. So I threw on some Troy Industry low profile sight in the rear. And then this one is a Midwest Industries that they made to where you can actually push out the fixed front sight and put this on so it folds. H&K style front sight post. Aim point H1 on it. So it's an old optic, but it still works pretty good. And then for the magazines I usually use in this are the Lancer Battle Mags. Had some really good luck with them. The only magazine I found over the years that doesn't function well with it, which it might have just been a fluke, are the Magpul D60 mags. When I first got my Magpul D60, I put it in this gun, shot with it, and it broke the mag. Magpul informed me you can only use them in AR-15s. So
should put that on the box next time.
Yeah, so you live, you learn. But they fixed it, so that was cool. But yeah, just trying not to get too far off into the weeds. So this was the SIG 556 pistol. This was the latest generation, the last generation they made before they stopped making them. This is the SIG 556 XI. It was kind of the predecessor to the MCX. It was their first, like, trying to make a modular platform that you could switch out the barrels and go from 556 to 300 blackout to short barrel options. And it didn't really take off. It wasn't as popular as I think SIG was hoping it to be. But the rifle itself is nice. It shoots well. It's very accurate. This one's got a 16-inch chrome lined barrel, cold hammer forged chrome lined barrel. The cool thing about this rifle here is that you can switch the charging handle from one side to the other. It's got ambidextrous controls. The folding stock on this and the collapsible stock on this, you can shoot while they're in the folded position because it doesn't have a buffer tube with a spring and a buffer in it and everything. So it does make for a cool, like, stowaway gun. That's the reason why you guys have seen this before. It's been a backpack gun for many years. But yeah, so anything you want to add to it? Anything you want to throw in on it?
But no, I mean, there's just, I mean, everyone's seen a variation of this rifle for the most part, I would assume. The bottom one, I will say, like I was saying earlier, it does kind of look like Galil-ish.
Yep.
You know,
same operating system ish.
Everyone that's played any Call of Duty, any remotely big AAA video game has seen or shot or used a Galil. I mean, so it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Running suppressor just makes it a little bit cooler, you know. Like in the reverse charging handle, you know, you can charge it just like a normal, you know, rifle, or you can do the AK, you know, the cool guy under the side AK style.
I mean, with this one here, using 77 grain ammo, I've gotten as good as, you know, I put a 4x on it when I did this testing years ago, but I was able to get, like, I don't know, it was like 1.25 MOA out of a 10.5-inch gun at 100 meters. So
well, I mean, that's everyone knows. If you don't know, 10.3, 10.5 is the best barrel length that you can do for a AR. The shorter the better for 5.56. So no, but anyway,
10.5 is about the shortest you want to go to still get a little bit of ass behind the round.
Yeah.
Hey, Logan.
Yeah.
Are you still shooting at paper targets like a peasant?
Yeah. What else would I shoot? Pop cans?
Haven't you ever wanted to shoot at competition grade steel?
Yeah, but though it's like super expensive.
Well, here at R&R, we only recommend the best. Challenge targets.
Oh, how'd you do that?
I went over to challengetargets.com and used the code RR10 at checkout to get 10% off my entire purchase.
The entire purchase?
Yep, the entire purchase.
But what if I want to train with my rifle?
Well, lucky for you, Challenge Targets has a whole line of rifle-rated targets. Like this IPSEC rifle-rated A-zone flapper target with the armored stand. Hey, where are you going?
I'm going to go order targets at challengetargets.com using code RR10 to save 10% off my entire purchase.
Man, that's the smartest thing you've said all day.
That's challengetargets.com. Use code RR10 to save 10% off your entire purchase.
13.5 is kind of the new hotness, which Galil makes a 13.5 pistol, so that might be something we do a little comparison on between this and a
That would be cool to do
13.5 Galil pistol. We'll see.
Another little fun fact before we get to some other stuff. These rifles, obviously, like he said, are no longer made, and they're going for like $1,300 to $1,700 right now. On like
this gun here, I got this back in 2014, I believe, and I think I spent $800 for it.
Yeah, we've looked them up recently, and they're going for almost $2,000.
Yeah,
which is crazy. I mean,
and this rifle here, I think I got for under $1,000, or it was right around $1,000. I can't remember for sure. I was working at a gun store at the time, so I kind of got some good pricing on stuff. But I know both these guns were right around $1,000. And like you said, right now, these, like this one in this condition, because this gun I haven't shot a whole lot. I'm not going to lie to you. That gun in that condition, it's worth at least $1,500 to $1,700 right now. And this one, I've shot the crap out of it. This one I've ran in classes and carried for years and all kinds of stuff. But so kind of in closing, guys, this rifle was a short-lived rifle. And if you do see them and you're like, man, I really want one, you get on Gunbroker, go to your gun shop, you find a used one. Just know these are kind of collector's items nowadays. So I don't believe there's any more technical support from SIG for these. So there's no like, you break the bolt on it, you're going to be really having a hard time finding something. So just keep that in mind.
it has not went off by itself either.
So this is old enough that it doesn't do that at least.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, this is a great rifle. I really highly recommend it. As far as I really like the backpack ability of this gun.
Yes,
if that's a word.
It is now.
But I just like that everything collapses. You can make it real compact and really use it. So
yeah, I mean, just like I said, this might be a little bit different of a video, that you guys are normally used to seeing, especially as of lately, how we've been doing some more like gear oriented and not as much shooting, but just having these rifles and just knowing that they're hard to get, and they probably are sought after by, I don't want to say, I don't want to say a lot of people, but few select people, or people that are really looking for them.
I'm sure Brandon Herrera has a few of them.
Yeah,
being an AK platform.
I mean, we got two, so but there's a reason behind this. It's just kind of show you guys, the rifle itself, because there's not really a whole lot of information out there. If someone really is interested in one of these rifles, we just want to be able to get that out to you guys, and just show you a little bit of B-roll behind the scenes footage of taking some shots, just kind of shooting it a little bit. But the last few weeks, guys, it's been amazing.
Yep.
I mean, I know we say it almost every week now, but just the comments and the subscriptions, and they're not just normal good job or whatever else, which like we said last week, we appreciate that regardless no matter what. But you guys are actually taking your time out, building a relationship with, and I don't with us, or building like a little community with us, and that's what we want to do. But you guys are just the videos, the views on it, the there's been some shares on a lot of stuff and stuff too. But we just want to say we appreciate that.
Yeah.
And we gonna keep pumping this stuff out with the weather changing here in Ohio. The content may switch up a little bit.
Locations might change a little bit. We might, if it's -30 outside and snowing, it might be in the garage or down the basement or something. Yeah.
So, but no matter what, I mean, they're going to be on a regular schedule. Yep. We're going to keep pumping them out. Just to kind of reiterate with that, I know we said it a couple weeks ago. We will be doing a giveaway on this channel, which is Daily R&R. When we hit 2,000 subscribers, we'll be giving away a Benchmade bug out. And then also, if you guys don't know, or if you're not subscribed to the other channel, which is our main channel, it's just reloads and reps. Link will be in the description, vice versa. Once we hit 500 subs over there, we'll be giving away a Benchmade bug out. And all it's going to be is you'll have to be a subscriber, And then once we get to that
time,
that point
it'll
to where we
it'll
get
probably
them,
be a subscription.
and then just we'll have you comment like bug out, or you know,
and you'll have to watch the whole video because we'll put it in towards the end what the word is.
Yeah. So hopefully, you know, if you guys do stick around, you know, that helps us more than anything. I know you guys like to watch the intros or us talk for the first minute or two and then kind of click off, which is understandable. We've all done it.
Yeah.
But you know, watching the whole video through really helps us out.
Yep.
Even if you guys just hit play and then put your phone down and go drop a deuce.
Take
I don't
a
know.
shower,
Yeah. I mean, that helps us more than anything.
Just one last closing word on this rifle, just real quick, just something I kind of thought about just now while we were talking. This rifle here, or this pistol here, because that's considered a pistol. I did use this in 3 separate classes, and each class it was a 1,000 round count. So in 3 separate classes over one summer, no cleaning.
It's 3,000 rounds.
I had 0 malfunctions out of this weapon. So it is a very reliable weapon. It does retain its kind of AK heritage as far as reliability goes.
I mean, at the end of the day, everyone gives crap to SIG, but they do make.
I've always liked the rifles.
They make good firearms. Do they have some hiccups here and there? Yeah.
But they need to man up to it and own up to the 320 sucks. Yes.
Yeah. We're talking to you, SIG. So anyway.
But anyways, and saying
but yeah, just saying that. Like I said, the bug out, the giveaway podcast, we still are doing that. That'll be here in the next few months when it starts getting nasty and cold out. But just to wrap this up, you know, we do appreciate everything you guys. Make sure you do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on the notification to let you know whenever a shorter video drops. And as always,
we'll see you guys next time with your daily dose of R&R.
We'll see you guys.